Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. Give me what I want, or I'm going to continue to hurt people you love. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. You know what I want. You just don't want to give it to me. Give it to me. Give me what I want.
We're going to give you what you want.
That's not what I want.
Good evening, I guess, from where I am. Hey guys, AEW here in order to present you the latest SmackDown on my Sports or Wrestling channel. This is a channel for all your wrestling fans and sports related topics. And it's all about wrestling episode 68. It's going to be, there's some WWE stuff we're going to talk about, but there's a lot of non-WWE news I want to talk about too, like a lot of AEW stuff. We're going to Wrestling Week Review. Also, we'll talk New Japan. I watched some of Resurgence. I actually watched the end of Resurgence, honestly. The New Japan Resurgence. Yeah, New Japan Resurgence. It's so I only watched the last 3 matches of Resurgence because I was busy. I was busy with my friends on my main channel, streaming with my friends on my main channel. Not really about anything, just shooting the shits, just talking about stuff. It was a fun stream. It was my main channel, Blind Bill and George. That's it. So I missed some of Resurgence, but Resurgence does have some qualification matches for New Japan Forbidden Door with AEW this next month, which I'm going to get Forbidden Door, my first ever AEW show. Yeah, it's my first ever. And I'm a little nervous because it's a different crowd than the WWE show. It's really different, but nervous but excited. I've been to plenty of WWE shows before. Plenty of WWE shows. So I don't know what the experience is going to be like. What is this? Okay. So, yeah, this is it. I forgot to put my banner up here. Stupid me. And this week is very busy too. We got 3 pay-per-views this week. Really, 3 of them. We got this Saturday we got Night of Champions. We're gonna do a prediction show for that, hopefully. And Sunday we got Double or Nothing, AEW's Double or Nothing. Well, at the same time, NXT is having their pay-per-view Battleground. I'll probably definitely miss one of those. I'll probably watch the AEW show over the NXT Battleground. I'll catch NXT after that. But yeah. And also I'll put the invitation. If you're a wrestling fan, we're gonna just end it. We're gonna end this before 8 o'clock Eastern time. Because of Raw tonight. So yeah. So make sure to like, share, subscribe, please. Please. All right. So we got injury updates. A lot of injury updates. WWE in Non-WWE stuff. Non-WWE. Mercedes Moné, formerly Sasha Banks, hurt herself in the main event match and New Japan Resurgence last night. So watching that match, there was a spot on the turnbuckle with her Willow Nightingale that went wrong, and she hit her. It seems like she's hit her ankle or her leg on the apron really badly. Really, really badly. And they had a minute. They finished the match a minute later. They went on for another minute. They couldn't go any longer. Willie Nightingale gets the win, becomes the Intercontinental champion there for a belt. That's not the point. The point was that Mercedes Moné hurt herself. Apparently, it's a broken ankle. Broken ankles could take 6 to 8 weeks, so it could take like a month and a half to 2 months to heal. So unfortunately, she probably will miss Forbidden Door. Everybody wants her to see her Forbidden Door, but I wouldn't bet on it now. Looks like she won't be appearing there because I don't think she'll be healed in time. I know wrestling's like wrestlers come back from an injury before they fully heal, but I don't think so. I don't think she'll be Forbidden Door this time. Be awesome because I would have been there, but she originally was supposed to win the match last night in New Japan. She was really supposed to win. But since she hurt herself and there's a serious injury, she had to be carried back to the locker room by an aide. So she was really supposed to win, but they had to call it audible because, she hurt herself and Willow Nightingale became champion instead of her. She was supposed to be the champion. I think the whole plan was for her to become the champion so she could be in North America more instead of Japan, right? She could be around North America defending the title instead of being defending wrestling in Japan because she is American. You know what? It's sad though, because I hope maybe it should be around Forbidden Door. I hope so. I want to see her wrestle. I want to see her wrestle. It's not Sasha Banks, but Mercedes Moné. It'd be awkward seeing her wrestle as not a member of the WWE, but it happens wrestling, right? It'll be all good. Don't worry. It'll be fun. All right. But yeah, she's out 6 to 8 weeks, let's say, because of ankle injury. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but I read how long typically a broken ankle takes to heal, 6 to 8 weeks. That's what I read on the internet. I don't know the severity of it. So yeah, that's an injury update on Mercedes Moné. Also, fortunately, if you're a fan of Liv Morgan and Dakota Kai, I don't have any good news for you. If you're a fan of them. Because first with Dakota Kai, she's done for the year. She's gone for the year pretty much. So if you don't know what happened, her and Liv Morgan got injured in the same match on SmackDown. Okay. Now Liv Morgan got hurt, right? We all talk about Liv Morgan getting hurt, right? In that match. Not this SmackDown, the SmackDown before. As you saw Raw, what happens with Raquel Rodriguez? She's not a champion anymore. She took the title. They vacated the title, and Raquel Rodriguez has to find a new tag team partner and to get the titles back. We all know that. But Liv Morgan got hurt in that match, along with Dakota Kai. Now, Dakota Kai apparently has the worst injury out of it, the worst possible injury. So, but what Dakota Kai has suffered in that match is apparently a torn ACL, which is a really, really bad injury, right? A really, really bad injury, an ACL. A really bad injury. So yeah, she suffers ACL injury, Dakota Kai, and she's part of Damage Control. And you could tell that Damage Control is on the verge of a breakup with Io Sky and Bailey, right? They're still playing on that storyline, but now it's just gonna be them two because, well, an ACL injury. It's not an injury that's quickly you could come back from. It's not something you could wrestle well hurt. ACL injury, you're pretty much out for 6 to 12 months. You could be out from half a year to a year. Depends on the severity of it. So she's done for Dakota Kai is out for 2023. She's gone for 2023. She's gone. Dakota Kai is done for this year and possibly most of next year too. At least the first half of next year. And she's getting surgery tomorrow. Liv Morgan, on the other hand, apparently has injured her shoulder. They didn't specifically say what kind of injury of the shoulder, but there is talk about her getting surgery tomorrow or whenever. Possibly that she may require surgery on her shoulder. So this is a serious thing. I don't know how long. Obviously, we don't know what severity is. So if she's getting surgery, then this is really serious, right? Serious. So yeah, So Dakota and Liv Morgan fans, Dakota Kai and Liv Morgan fans, yeah, I know you're not happy, but that's wrestling for you, man. People get hurt, and you risk your body, man. Now, Raquel Rodriguez has to look for a new tag team partner. They get the titles back. And SmackDown was taped twice. This past Friday because they're not going to tape SmackDown on Friday. They have to travel on Friday to Jeddah or whatever in Saudi Arabia for Night of Champions. So obviously they taped SmackDown, but I know who Raquel Rodriguez's new tag team partner is for. The new tag team partner is. Fight forever. So yeah, there's that. Those injury updates in the world of wrestling. So Mercedes Moné is out. Sasha Banks is out for whatever time being. We don't know time period, but Dakota Kai is pretty much out for a year, maybe a year more. Rest of this year, maybe even a year. And Liv Morgan, we don't know, but if she's getting surgery, you could take it to the bank that she'd probably be out for some time. So those are some big injuries in the world of wrestling. Okay. To the moon. Now, let's get to AEW news. A lot of AEW stuff. Like my thumbnail indicates, a lot of AEW stuff. Collision, Fight Forever, The Elite, and CM Punk drama all over again. Yeah, more CM Punk drama. I don't know where to go here. Like, I don't know. Like, where should I start here? Seriously. Okay, we'll go with AEW Fight Forever, okay? AEW Fight Forever is the video game. This game's been in development for like 2 or 3 years. Obviously, the pandemic has slowed it down, right? Has slowed it down. This game has been in development for like since 2020. And obviously, the pandemic has slowed it down. Yeah, as like most video games, right? But AEW Fight Forever finally, as you has a release date. As you know, there's been for Fight Forever has had leaks of achievements on the Xbox, Microsoft, a week ago. A possible achievements that was leaked. That might indicate that the game is very close to release. So today we got an official announcement from AEW. Kenny Omega announced that finally the video game AEW Fight Forever is coming out June 29th, end of June 29th, to Series XS, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and the Nintendo Switch. So, if you're looking for, if you've been one of those people that's always be, oh my god, when's this game coming out? Well, it finally has a release date. And also, other good news about this game. The price. The price is actually fairly cheap compared to typical video games. It's actually $50 to $60. It's 60 Canadian, so it could be 50 American. And here in Canada, it's 60 Canadian, so it could be 50 American. So it's not as much as a typical video game is. It's actually pretty cheap, cheaper than a typical video game. So yeah, the price is good. I think that's on purpose. I like that. Once again, it comes out end of June 29th. Thank God. Which is a Thursday. Yeah, it comes out on a Thursday in June. Thank God. I probably will get it. Because it looks good. I really don't have anybody on. Okay. Huh. Sorry about that. There we go. So yeah, AEW Fight Forever, June 29th of next month. So not far down the line. We're close. Thank you, Degrassi. Thank you for listening. Okay, now AEW from the upfront. This has come from the upfront. So Warner Bros. Upfront. Actually, AEW actually announced this before the upfront announced it. AEW has officially announced AEW Collision, their second show. Rampage is not going to be the show anymore. Like, it's not going to be their second show anymore. It's going to be more of a C show. It is OTK HQ. Yeah, it's that. It's the. Yeah, like WCW versus NW Revenge, No Mercy. Yeah, that style. That's what it is. But so the upfronts, right? AEW Collision is official for Saturday, June 17th. It's gonna make it AEW's Collision is gonna make its debut on TNT. So AEW they Dark and Elevation, the two developmental shows they show on YouTube. It's done. They're ending that. It's because Warner Brothers wants to have every show. They want to have every show on their network. They don't want anything. They don't want AEW to have a show on YouTube on their channel. Warner Brothers wants AEW to have every show on their network, whereas TNT or TBS. That's why AEW took down Elevation in Dark. And I'll be honest, I don't really watch Dark and Elevation. But the upfront, yes. So AEW actually announced this before the Warner Brothers. I don't know. It's the chair. This is Dazov that announced this, but AEW announced this before. I forget the woman's name, but the woman in the sports field of Warner Brothers Discovery. She's the one after AEW announced it to everybody, and to the press and all that. Announced that AEW is getting a time slot on TNT Collision, and I forgot to upload, but I really like to. Okay, and it's gonna be. The thing is, it's yeah, kind of. That's the impression. Yes. See, Degrassi. This is not fixing the problem, right? Like, yeah, that's the rumor is. Like, CM Punk, all these other guys, yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah, I heard that. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I criticize Tony Khan a lot. I feel like Tony Khan sometimes play more as a friend who tries to be friends with everybody. AEW tries to be a friend instead of an owner. I feel like he's not hard or anything like that. You know, he tries to be friendly. You know, all that. You know, like and I think that hurts him. It hurts him, and to me, I think splitting the rosters up because of talent issues, it's not really fixing. I mean, it's kind of like just ignoring the issues instead of fixing the issues, right? Like at WWE, there's always been talent not getting along, right? Always. And there still is. There's obviously talent not getting along right now, right? We just don't know about it. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes we know WWE. Like right now, in the past, we know. Like there's definitely people don't get along. But WWE does a great job of such as making sure the stuff doesn't get out. AEW doesn't. Look, AEW business wise is making money. It's doing well. They got a new show. They sold out Wembley Stadium. But it feels like the locker room was like, they don't do a good job of keeping stuff on the inside really, really well. And I feel like it comes down from the owner, Tony Khan. And I feel like sometimes the superstars kind of run the asylum and take advantage of Tony Khan. I think the superstars really do take advantage, kind of like WCW. They run the asylum in AEW at times and take advantage of Tony Khan because Tony Khan is too nice, tries to play fan favorites with the superstars, stuff like that. And that's the issue that WCW had when his superstars won the asylum. As you know, if you know WCW, a lot of superstars, a lot of wrestlers like Jericho, for example, basically said this: they were never going to go up in the card as long as guys like Hall, Hogan, Nash, Goldberg, DDP, Sting, Flair, if they're always on top, always on top. Now, I'll say AEW does a little better job at that, of developing younger talent and try to get them popular and try to make them, main event talent or whatever. But you got to understand, AEW, to me, not everybody is main event level, and AEW is main event level WWE. I'll say that. But... And look, they really kind of Collision basically did copy AEW, WCW, man. WCW Nitro. This is basically Nitro's logo, which is a fiery logo, man. Nitro's logo, that was an amazing logo, and Nitro had amazing intro, not logo wise, but introduction intro. It was really good. And the music, I mean, I would say Nitro had a better intro and the music behind it than WWE's on the USA Network before they went to the Attitude Era when they had Wall's War, before the Wall's intro where you see like all this Wall superstars, not the Wall superstars, but the WWE superstars, Stone Cold, Undertaker fighting on a rooftop wherever, and a bunch of other WWE superstars. Maybe. AEW is a little bit more Attitude Era like. AEW is a little more Attitude Era like because they get away with more stuff. They tend to turn up a notch to where they get more swear, more violent than WWE. Because WWE, here's the difference between AEW and WWE. You guys see, AEW is more of a hardcore audience, right? Hardcore wrestling audience. AEW is more of a WWE is more of a family-friendly audience, right? So with family-friendly audience, you gotta be careful with your product, right? You gotta be careful. With a hardcore audience, you could go farther. You could go farther to a certain point. I believe in AEW on TNT. Or TBS, Warner Brothers does not want they don't want them to say the F word. They don't want them to say the F word. I know that they're frowning upon them saying the F word, stuff like that. But they're willing to go. I want to say 18, more like 17. I think NC-17 AEW, where W is more, I guess, PG-13, 14. It's a different audience, right? Yeah, I like the more mature stuff too. But the issue is you cannot grow a hardcore audience if you don't get the younger people watching. Right? if you don't get kids watching, because eventually you want kids to watch, right? Wrestling. You want your like AEW. There obviously there's AEW. What I see in the crowd, there's not a lot of kids. There's not a lot of kids in the AEW audience because some of the stuff is not meant for kids. There's not a lot. I'm telling you, there's not a lot of kids in the AEW's audience. But in the WWE audience, you'd see a lot of kids. A hardcore wrestling is hard to grow. It's hard to grow. I think it could be done. AEW could be done. WWE is gonna be fine. WWE is gonna be fine. I guarantee you, AEW is gonna promote the hell out of the Flash as the Flash comes up June 16th. AEW is going to promote the Flash on Dynamite because AEW does promote Warner Brothers films and shows. They did it for Shazam. They did it for House of Dragon. They'll definitely promote the Flash. Oh yeah. They did. Shotgun. WWF has Shotgun and stuff. WCW has Saturday Night. Yeah, they had Saturday Night and. Yes. WCW Saturday Night, yeah, and WWF, yes. WWF also had a Sunday show, Heat, right? Also, Heat. But yeah, so we're getting Collision, TNT, Saturday, June 17th. Apparently the tickets are not selling well on Ticketmaster, apparently. And the Waters and apparently, well, it's not apparently. So there's gonna be split rosters. We got like Thunder Rosa, FTR, Hobbs, Samoa Joe. Split rosters. I think they said besides the thing is, if you're a champion, you could go on both shows. If you're not a champion, you won't be on both shows. Unless they designate belts for each show, like they do in WWE. Right? It makes sense. I mean, AEW has a lot of belts. And the CM Punk thing, if you notice, there's no CM Punk there. You know what happened, right? Apparently, stuff did not go as planned. I don't know, like apparently, like CM Punk, they're that close to getting CM Punk back. To AEW. That close to getting CM Punk back. Oh yeah, I know. I watched them. They're that close to getting CM Punk back. Well, apparently something went off the rails. CM Punk went on Instagram. There's a bunch of WWE writers like Brian Alvarez of The Observer. Here's the thing about CM Punk. You can't trust this guy. You can't trust CM Punk. He was on his way back. They rehired his friend Ace Steel. What happened? Ace Steel, who they let go during that brawl back in September. Him and the Elite, CM Punk, Ace Steel, and the Elite got into a fight. They let Ace Steel go, and Punk was pretty much suspended. And they're this close. So apparently, a couple months ago, they invited Ace Steel back, but not on the road. And apparently, Punk didn't like that. And apparently, I'm not sure. I don't know if I was paying attention to this. But I think it was Warner Brothers who told him, "Nah, don't put him on the promotional package or whatever, not package. The press release. Don't put him on there." Apparently, Warner Brothers didn't want him because of that, because of what just happened over the past week and a half. Apparently, it's Warner Brothers who told him that. And of course, Tony Khan has to care to Warner Brothers, right? They have to. You have to do what the network says. That's what Tony Khan does, man. Tony Khan caters to everybody. And Ace Steel was CM Punk's buddy for years and years and years. But yeah. But Collision is happening. AEW's Collision Saturday night. TNT. Split rosters. I guess this would be like their SmackDown, I guess. You know what it also means? It also means Rampage failed. Also means Rampage failed. And didn't do well. Okay? Didn't do well. Okay? As a thought. Because Rampage was not getting good numbers. On Friday night, it was not getting good numbers. That shows that Rampage failed. Saturday night might be a better time slot. Right? But the thing is, Saturday night, they have a lot of competition at AEW. A lot of competition on Saturday nights. A lot of competition. Tons of competition because Saturday nights, you got UFC's pay-per-view and fights, right? And I got to get stuff to eat, right? Once a month, you got a UFC pay-per-view, and they have their fights, shows, whatever. Also, in the summertime / fall, you got college football ratings. College football has ratings. Also, WWE does pay-per-views on Saturday nights. And there's a lot. Like Saturday night is a big competition day. And I know during the weekdays, especially football season, there's a lot of big competition because Mondays and Thursdays, you always got the Monday night football game and the Thursday night football game. But Saturday night is like a bigger competition day because people are out, either they're out or they're staying in their families to watch sports events, or they go to bars to watch sports. People go to sports bars to watch wrestling, UFC, football, whatever. They go. It's Saturday night is a big night because a lot of people don't like. There's people that work Sunday, but a lot of people don't work Sundays, right? So we'll see how they'll do. They'll do in Saturday night starting August. Because the show starts in June, and the NBA playoffs and NHL, Stanley Cup and finals will be over by then. So they won't have any competition on Saturday nights. They won't have competition in baseball in June. And, TNT and TBS does not. Well, TBS does show baseball. I think they still do baseball. Does TBS still do baseball? But starting August, end of August, when college football starts up, they may have competition. Hard ass competition. In Canada, I don't even know TSN in Canada is picking up Collision. I don't know. I have no idea. They didn't say anything. And I don't want to watch it freaking on demand. I want to watch it on my TV. But when we get to October to April, Saturday night, it's a big hockey night in Canada. So yeah, in Canada, if they have competition there, man, it's a big hockey night. To me, if I was doing Collision, I would not make it a night show. I know what you're saying. They may have lower ratings, but I don't think Collision should be a night show. I think it should be the afternoon show. It should not be like 8 to 10 show. Because I don't think it would do well. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think it would do well in August if it's an afternoon show, if it's going up college football. And I hope Warner Brothers Discovery is okay with that. I hope AEW is okay with that. If they can accept that. You got to remember, back in the Attitude Era when wrestling was its hottest, the competition was sports, It wasn't really a competition. Wrestling did outdo sports back in the day. Yeah. Oh, Tuesdays? They don't have to worry about Tuesdays then. Back in the day, wrestling did get better ratings than sports. Even football. Even football. But it's not. But now, 25 years later, it's not the case anymore because wrestling in general is kind of has lost its popularity. It's still popular, but it's not where it once was in the late 90s or even the 80s and early 90s, especially the late 90s. People would just prefer to watch sports over wrestling. I could tell you for a fact, man, you don't see anybody in public wearing wrestling shirts anymore, wrestling attire anymore. The only time you see people wearing wrestling attire is at a wrestling event. Well, back in the Attitude Era day, when I was in high school and all that, people were wearing Stone Cold shirts, NWO shirts, DX shirts. Wrestling was a thing, man. Was the hottest thing. Wrestling, okay? Wrestling is a pop culture. Especially in the late Attitude Era, it was a pop culture phenomenon. It's not. I mean, it's still part of pop culture, but it's not really a pop culture phenomenon these days. Okay, it's not. You don't see sports stars, celebrities say or whatever do the crotch chop or this anymore or stuff like that, or hell. Back in the Attitude Era days, baseball players have walk-up music when they come up to bat. Some of them had wrestling music, theme music, as a walk-up. So, sports like AEW Saturday, they're picking Saturdays. Like, obviously, they can't take Fridays, they can't take Mondays. Wednesdays, they have Dynamite. I guess Saturday was the best day for them. They obviously explain what the competition they have on Saturday. They're aware of it. We'll see how it does. I know there's gonna be people that's very biased. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. And there's some wrestling has very biased fans like every. Why did they reset September 1st? Wrestling fandom has biases and it's haters like every fan base. And so there's some who say AEW these fans will justify these numbers. Like say Collision gets 500,000 households watch. They'll justify, oh, that's good. But maybe in reality, that's actually bad. Reality, that's bad. And here's a fact, man. WWE. Oh, okay, I understand. Yeah, focus on school, man. It's important. WWE, their ratings go low or high. You know what? It depends who's on the show. When they announce a certain superstar or a megastar, like WWE can announce John Cena for Raw and SmackDown next week, I guarantee you're going to get more people watching WWE next week. And the ratings will be high. Guarantee you. They announce The Rock, guarantee it. Oh, this is so true. That's true. I'm just saying, Degrassi, I follow a lot of wrestling people, and there's we shit on the fandom, like the entertainment fandom, right? Wrestling is bad too, man. Later, man. Later, man. I'm used to the. I'm like the wrestling fandom is really bad. It's really really bad. A lot of people complain in wrestling fandom. But you know what? AEW is a good show product, man. If you're not, if here's a problem. I know a lot of people don't like the flippy shit. You're here. Like, I'm not gonna criticize you, but I'm just gonna say this: you're going to wrestling like it's a real sport. A real sport. That's maybe back 54 years ago when people didn't know it was fake. Here you got to go wrestling with the mindset. It's like, well, like Degrassi said in my stream last night, performing athletics. You're basically in a play. It's sport/play. Going to wrestling like it's a show, like a TV show, not a movie because it's weekly, but going like a show. And you know what? The pay-per-view is like a show. 4 weeks of a show leading up to this pay-per-view, and that pay-per-view is a movie. And then you started new shows again. Look at this way. I'm gonna compare it to this. Dave Filoni, right, is directing a movie based on Book of Fett, Ahsoka, and The Mandalorian. All those shows are gonna lead up to the movie. The movie is like the pay-per-view to wrestling. You gotta treat wrestling like it's a TV show, because in reality, it is a TV show. It is a TV show. And I don't mind the flippy stuff. Stone Cold Steve Austin even admitted that the wrestlers these days are much better, much faster, and much more skilled than. And I'm sorry, but the old school wrestling where you put people in submission holds and locks, like a soap opera. Some people say it's a soap opera. When you back in the old days, when people put a lot of wrestling with submission moves, holds, and all that, the sleeper, the chicken wing, whatever, that kind of stuff, that would bore a young audience. I'm sorry. That would bore a young audience. That would put the audience these days to sleep. You want to know why? We have a short attention span. You want to know why? We got stuff like this now. Technology has made our attention span smaller and smaller, shorter and shorter. And if they're bored with the match with that old school wrestling, they're going to look at this phone. They like the highlights. Fancies, they like the highlight plays, the highlight stuff, the great acrobatic kind of moves, the amazing moves they do. And I know some people have the issue where the wrestler on outside the ring has to wait for the opponent to jump onto them. It really does really look stupid, but that's a safety reason. It's what do you think stunt people do? What do you think some actors do? Stunt people do when they're filming? They basically do the same thing as wrestling do. You know what the only difference is? Wrestling, you got one take. Something to try. You got one take. You screw up. And you know what the difference is? When you're live, you fuck up on a promo. Guess what? You fucked up on a promo. You don't get a second take. I mean, there's famous clips of it. Sid Vicious, for example. Yeah, it's like I turned Kurt Russell mad for the movie. Remember that movie? But I just know the audience these days, you're going to be bored with these slow pace matches, submission moves, this suplex, regular body stuff. It's going to be boring. Oh yeah. With advancement of technology these days, I can see that. It's just going to be really, really boring. And you know what? And it used to be like sacrilegious back when Degrassi is there, because he's much older than me. Like in the 70s and 80s and 90s, when bigger wrestlers were not able to do athletic stuff. Very athletic stuff. Now the bigger wrestlers, the 250 to 300 pound men, could do what the smaller wrestlers can do. When you saw WCW, the luchadors, the cruiserweights, all those crazy hot athletic moves, those crazy moves, wrestlers that are 250 pounds to 300 pounds could do that. And that's freaking amazing. You know what? It's impressive to see a 250, 270 pound man do a hurricanrana or whatever. Or could do a somersault or a 450 splash. It's more impressive than a smaller person doing that. And you know what's impressive? You see a very strong small person be able to pick up a 200, 220, 50 pound man, because there have been people doing that. People in wrestling these days, they like moments. It's all about moments and highlights. It's all about that, man. Wrestlers want to make the crowd go, it was awesome. They want to do that. They don't want to make the crowd go, this is boring. It's a show, man. Performance. And I said this yesterday. It's like a play, but you know what the difference is? In a play, they rehearse. You don't do that in wrestling. Well, sometimes they do. If they get if it's not a live promo, if they do a backstage segment that's not live, that's beforehand. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes you could tell when they do rehearse some stuff. Some stuff is filmed. Some stuff they do film some stuff that's not live. It's true. And sometimes they do multiple takes of stuff. Or non-live stuff. But yeah, so we'll see. AEW is about that. I mean, they want to see athletic people. They want to see people wrestle well. And it's all about good storylines, too. It's all about good storylines. I like good stories going into wrestling. That's why I see like a TV show or a movie. I like good stories. Like, if there's a really heated rivalry, and these two wrestlers are beating the shit out of each other during the build up, stuff like that. I don't want go across from each other and go in a tie up. You know the typical when you start a match, you go in a tie up. You know you put your arms around each other, try to get to the upper hand. If there's a heated feud going on, don't fucking do that, please. It does not make sense. I wouldn't do that. Right? Yeah, so. But yeah, the Elite are back in AEW. Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and the returning Hangman Page are forming the Elite are back after 2.5 years of not being together. Well, Hangman Page wasn't back. They confronted the Blackpool Combat Club, John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, Claudio, and Daniel Bryan, and they're gonna have a match at the next pay-per-view. This upcoming Sunday. You know what the problem with this rivalry is? Pillman was hurt and seriously hurt, right? So they couldn't really do that much with Pillman, right? Right? And because I don't know if you heard, but the famous car crash he had, he couldn't really do much with Pillman. But yeah, that was good because they do have history WCW and WWE. Yeah, Pillman was part of the Heart Foundation, but I felt like they could have done more. Unfortunately, Pillman, yeah, tragically. Uh, AEW, yeah, had anarchy rules. I think that's basically no DQ between the Elite and the Blackpool Combat Club. Also, Dark Side of the Ring season 4 is making its return. I think May 30th. Yeah, May 30th. I think. Dark Side of the Ring was coming back May 30th. It's a good season. Let me check who they're doing this season. Dark Side of the Ring. That's a good documentary show on wrestling, man. And they don't beat around the bush, man. They tell like what it is, man. They don't have influence from WWE or anybody like that. Oh wait, yeah, he'll be back. Hey man, what's up?
Hey,
You got half an hour, man, to Raw.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm late. Goodness gracious.
Oh, your thoughts? What else we could talk about? So we're getting AEW Fight Forever. It's coming out June 29th.
Yeah.
It's cheap too, like cheaper than usual.
How cheap?
It's like $50, I think.
Oh, $10 less. Well, I'll take it. I'll take it though.
Looks good. I mean, at least we're getting a date. What else? Let's talk about Collision. So we're getting Collision, right? Like
Yes.
June 17th on TNT and Saturday. But we all knew it was happening. But what's interesting, people are talking Collision negatively because of CM Punk. Like he's not being promoted, and there's stuff going around with CM Punk. Like, what the hell's going on with CM Punk? Like,
I don't know. And there's conflicting reports from everybody about what's going on with Ace Steel and all that other bullshit. I'm just like, all right. At this point, what we'll actually be telling is if on Dynamite this week, because they said like the first episode of Collision is going to be in Chicago.
Yeah.
But they said if things fall through with CM Punk, that they're going to have it at Daly's place. So that's going to be the determining factor. If they announce that it's going to be in Chicago, then CM Punk is coming. If it's going to be at the Daly's place, he's not going to be coming. So we'll find out truly what happens.
This is the problem I have AEW. Tony Khan is too much. I'm shitting on Tony Khan. I think he's too much of a fan, or like he's a fan to superstars, like a friend to superstars, more than of a. I mean, like he does business, right? But I think he does more of a caters to superstars or whatever stuff like that. Unlike WWE,
he coddles wrestlers,
yeah,
plays favorites.
Yeah. Like he's not hard.
No, he could be harder for sure. I do appreciate though that he's not as crazy as Vince, but at the end of the day, you are a businessman and you have to do what's best for the business. They got to find a good balance between what the fans want and what's best for the company.
Yeah, like, dude, like I just remember that press conference and like him just like sitting beside CM Punk, and like he should have just interviewed and said, "That's enough, no more questions." He just had CM Punk ramble off.
Yeah,
like
you should have just told CM Punk to shut up.
Yeah,
and no more questions. Instead, just let him continue with all that. Yeah. It's very unprofessional there.
I feel like he lets the inmates run the asylum, like at times. I mean, like, yo, that's WCW, man. WCW. One of the reasons WCW went out of business or failed later on is because they let the inmates run the asylum. Like Bischoff.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I know Bischoff shits on Tony Khan a lot, but I'm sorry, but Tony Khan's a lot like Bischoff.
Yeah. Like I get though that the Elite were the founders of AEW, but
Yeah,
you're the president, man. Like
you're the boss.
you get the final say now. Like that should not be the case anymore. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like I also like I partially blame the Elite as well, like not being as professional as they should be either.
Mm-hmm.
And it just feels insane. I feel like if Cody was still there, this stuff wouldn't happen.
I feel probably
I don't know.
Cody probably left because of this stuff. Like,
Maybe. Not looking great, but
no.
but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just it's a rocky situation, and I just wish everybody could like let bygones be bygones, and Punk and the Elite could just like get along for the sake of the company and whatever. It's just I don't know.
The thing is this problem. They have to know what they were getting in with Punk when they got him, right? Like,
You would
you
think
have to
so.
know. Punk is like over 40 years old, and 10 years ago, he was pretty much like basically almost 40. Like Punk, this is Punk, man. He knows repetition, man. Like,
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
you should know the possible consequences of that. You know,
Yeah.
he's all about the drama. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but like as I said, like if you are trying to bring him back, and whatever the situation is going on with Ace Steel, like you need to put your foot down, and be like, if you fuck up again, you're out. Like
I know he's his best friend, really, but like, well, yeah, like,
but like I'm sorry, like you should not put the company in jeopardy for some nobody.
yeah.
That nobody knows who Ace Steel is. Nobody cares. Like Punk does not need that much support enough to like put the company in jeopardy.
And,
Like, come on now.
and Punk always gets hurt. Like,
Yeah,
like
that's
it's-
another thing. With
yeah.
him being as old as he is, and like him being so injury prone, like,
It's
as much as I want Punk to return, if
Jericho's older and Jericho never gets hurt.
yeah, that's another thing. Maybe because like he's in better condition.
Yeah.
Like either way, it's just like, as much as I want Punk to come back,
Yeah.
they really don't need him.
No.
Like I know he draws ratings and stuff like that, but your roster is so stacked.
It's really good.
So it's like you are more than capable of making new stars, regardless if Punk is there or not. But
Yeah. I know CM Punk was trying to help that a little bit early on, right? With Darby Allin.
yeah,
But that was Sting's job. Who else? Like MJF. But MJF became a star on his own. He didn't really, like, I guess Punk helped him a bit. But yeah,
it's complicated. It's very complicated right
now.
now.
The Elite originally wanted Punk in, right? They wanted Punk in.
Yeah. Everybody
And
wanted.
from what I heard years ago when they were in the Bullet Club, if they wanted one person part of the Bullet Club, it would have been CM Punk.
Yeah.
Now, like, and don't please, like, I mean, I was a fan of CM Punk. It's just that I kind of turned away from his attitude. I think his attitude is so negative, too bitter. Like, I know he had a tough life going up, but the guy's over 40.
I didn't want to believe that stuff. Like when at first they were talking about, oh, he's tough to work with. But like after the brawl, I'm starting to believe that stuff now.
Yeah.
And if I were Tony Khan, like, well, first of all, I would have put a cap on that before it even began. But like at this point, I tell the Elite and CM Punk, if y'all can't get along, both of y'all can leave. I'll be honest. Or like I got to put my foot down and be like, you're not going to jeopardize the entire company because y'all want to act like children, like.
And yeah, and let's be honest too. There's some people in that company that were in WWE when Punk was around, like Moxley for a little bit, down Bryan for a little bit. Jericho is probably the most important one because Jericho, I really don't think like Punk.
Yeah. Yep. I guess now it's like, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
you understand why now, but
And it sounds like Moxley might not like Punk either.
yeah, it sounds like that too. And I could feel the animosity when they had their feud.
Yeah. Like I don't know what happened. I don't know why. I don't think Brian Downs has any issues with Punk. I think they actually do respect each other.
Yeah, I think they're fine.
Yeah. But you can tell certain superstars at WWE don't want Punk. Seth Rollins does not want Punk.
Oh yeah, he called him a cancer. I was like, oh shit.
I think he did not. I mean, Punk did help bring in the Shield, right?
Yeah.
But I think the Shield, I don't know how Roman Reigns feels, but I think maybe something with the Shield members and Punk that went sideways between them, relationship wise, backstage and stuff.
Maybe.
And I don't understand Punk's mindset sometimes. It's just
yeah,
it's so hard.
I don't know either, man. It's like, what is he trying to accomplish? Like, what is he? I don't know.
Yeah, he's not don't cater to this guy, Tony. He's not freaking Hulk Hogan. He's not The Rock. He's not John Cena.
He's not. Was he close to coming to
almost
that in WWE? Sure.
2011, he closely was. For
yes.
Sure.
But at this point, yeah, it's just like time has passed.
But
the
Vince had to sabotage it. Vince had to sabotage it with some bad stuff in 2012.
Yeah. But it was very unfortunate. Just Vince, just how he looked at how the face of a company should look.
Yeah, the guy shouldn't have a guy tattoos all over the place, stuff like that. Yeah, he shouldn't be the face of the company. That's Triple H felt the same thing.
Right? Yeah, I don't understand. that. Even though Randy Orton is full of tattoos, and you still made him a face of the company.
And Randy Orton was a problem backstage, especially in his early days. He was an asshole.
Yeah. They probably kept him around because he's a third generation superstar.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't want to piss off his daddy.
It was so dumb. But as I said, the time that he's been away though, the wrestling industry has changed so much, and it's could there be stuff that he can contribute to the modern era of wrestling? Sure, but I feel like there's just a lot of things have changed, and it feels like Punk is not keeping up with everything. Could he at least keep himself in physical condition?
Oh, he gets tired in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just like,
was he Shane McMahon?
Yeah, I'm just his first match with Darby Allin. I'm just I mean, look, his first time he's wrestled in years. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but man. The matches after that though, did he have a massive improvement? No, it seemed like we were back at 2010, 2009 still.
Yeah. Man, I honestly with double nothing. I was never a big Jungle Boy fan in the first place, but I'm kind of turning on him. I'm turning the page on him. I don't know how he has a fan base. I certainly don't know how he has a big fan base. The guy is boring.
Damn. Oh, come on, man.
Because look, yes, he is his look. Okay, but the thing is give him a mic. You just want to turn away.
He's not that bad. He's not Baron Corbin level boring.
Corbin, yeah, that's true.
That's someone where I think he is so dry and just, but Jungle Boy, is he? Yeah, you could tell he's a little monotone, but I still feel some personality coming out of him. You know, like I said, I think he's like as far as personality, he's like the modern day Bret Hart. you know, um,
The thing is, Bret Hart, you could get personality when you get him pissed off. Which is great. You
Yeah.
could.
Which I feel the same way with Jungle Boy. Like when he gets
Yeah.
angry, we start to see that a little bit with him, and like he's a really good baby face as well.
He just seems like an asshole, especially that in UK when like the clips came out of him. It seemed like he's like an ass, a jerk. Like you see those clips from the UK. Oh, he's like, I don't know, like he misses. Oh, but it's just like nobody's gonna win. MJF's gonna win that match. Okay, like obvious.
I mean, yeah, we all know MJF's gonna come out of it.
And he could cheat because it's a 4-way. He could cheat.
Yeah. Yes, he can, which most likely he will.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, because like we know MJF's probably going to keep the title for at least the rest of the year. So it's like it's them trying to figure out suitable challengers to face off against MJF.
Well, the rumor is Adam Cole might be next after
to be the next world champion.
Well, next one MJF might.
Oh, next competitor. Oh no, that's too soon. It's too soon. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I like babyface Adam Cole, but I think he just needs a little more time to to build. Like I wouldn't put him in the title picture just yet.
Yeah. You know what made me laugh? Where what's his name? Justin Roberts got Roderick Strong's name wrong.
Oh yeah, that I was like, oh man, come on, bro.
What the hell? I was like, such a simple name.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. Like
Roderick Churro? Is he that? He's a Mexican food or something?
Like, yeah, look, I love Justin Roberts. I think he's great, but like, come on, you've been doing this for years. You should not be botching names like that. And you're not even that old either, so I'm not gonna make the excuse like, oh, he's getting old. He's not.
He's in WWE, yeah. Like he's
right. But yeah, like it's whatever, Hopefully he doesn't do it again. But like, I rarely hear Justin Roberts mess up too. That's why like it sticks out so much because like he never messes up. So no. It is.
But don't they have a card with the names on it?
Yeah, he reads a card.
Yeah, so like what the hell? How can you get Churro and Strong Wong? They don't even sound remotely close to being the same.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, like, and like the Elite are back. I mean, that's gonna happen. It was great to see Elite back with Hangman Page at the end to close out Dynamite. I'm looking forward to the match. It's gonna be chaos. That match, the Elite versus a Blackpool Combat Club.
That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be Arena Mayhem, whatever that match is called. Yeah, that's gonna be entertaining.
And what else is there? What else is in? Well, what else is there? Like Wardlow gets beat up by Christian and this Luchasaurus. Whatever.
Yeah. Orange Cassidy announcing that it's going to be a battle royal, that black card battle royal for the international title.
Oh yeah, the casino battle royal.
Yeah.
Just lose it, man.
Honestly, look, I think Cassidy did a good job, like, building up the title, but I think it's time for somebody else to win it.
Yeah. Hey, Tony. What's up?
What's going on? I hear a show called It's All About Wrestling, but you guys are talking about AEW, which is anything but wrestling.
It is wrestling.
No, it's a bunch of flippy fucks doing a bunch of acrobatics and stuntman work. Let's face it. It's not
there he goes. There he goes.
Not
old man
real
wrestling. Yelling at the sky. Old man yelling at the sky. This man wrestling. And then all this flippity floppity.
Well, it's still about to end anyway because it's Raw soon anyway.
Yeah, I just came in to yell at you guys because you're ignoring the chat. I don't hear you guys. Vinnie Mac knows all, and MJF sucks.
MJF does not suck. He's a more entertaining champion than Roman Reigns. Oh, hot take.
I don't know if that's a hot take.
That's Roman Reigns is like. I mean, they're different kind of champions, right? I would say.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is there's some bad injuries like right now in the wrestling. Mercedes Moné's Shubity busters her ankle.
That
She's
was
gone.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
What? It's a
I don't
Mandalorian.
I don't like her. So
You don't like
wasn't-
Mercedes
wasn't I-
Moné? What? Huh?
wasn't unfortunate for me.
I know you're not hating on Mercedes. Come on now. She is great, man.
Yeah. But yeah, she was supposed to win yesterday, but they changed it on the fly because of injury.
Oh, that's what happened. I did think that was weird that like they put the title on Willow. I'm
Mhm.
like, okay.
I don't know, like I was gonna say. I'm looking forward to Will Ospreay versus Omega because I think there's like real heat between the two.
Oh yeah, yep, that'll be good.
Mhm.
I didn't even know there was a television title in New Japan now. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, they introduced a couple new titles. Japan has a lot of titles.
It is a lot. What's the other title that they had introduced?
Oh, I don't know. I don't pay attention to New Japan that much.
There's way too many wrestling federations now.
Well, Japan's been around for a long time, right? It's like
Yeah, but we didn't used to care about it. Is what I'm saying. Like before, it was
No.
who cares? All Japan, New Japan. It was no big deal. Now we talk about All Japan, New Japan, fucking IG.
I don't talk about all Japan. I just talk about New Japan.
I mean, I've been watching recently because of Mercedes, but other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Sound like a bunch of internet marks.
Yeah.
what we can't be fans of certain superstars.
Man.
Well,
It's like he doesn't even watch. He doesn't even watch on a consistent basis, so he doesn't even know how great Mercedes is.
I've watched on a consistent for the last 3 weeks. I've watched.
3 weeks.
That's consistent. I just started. Would you want me to like somehow go?
I
back
mean,
in
I
time
guess
and
it ain't
watch
better
wrestling?
than. If only if you can go on Peacock, but I don't know.
I was
but I
watching
guess
some
it's
old clips.
better than nowhere.
I was watching some old clips on YouTube. Fucking Rick Boogs. I love that guy.
Oh, you and Rick Boogs.
Oh,
Dude,
Rick,
I'm fucking booging out. That guy.
how did you feel about Pretty Deadly, DL?
Oh my god, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I can't believe they got called up. I was so pissed. They're doing the same shtick in NXT. Same old shtick. I'm sure Vince loves them.
Oh,
God, I hate them.
what the hell did they do to Cameron Grimes, man? Like they took away everything that made him great.
I know. Like I'm.
Yeah, but when he debuted, he fucking demolished fucking Corbin.
Yeah, because Corbin's a joke.
Yeah, I mean anybody can demolish Corbin nowadays.
Yeah, but everybody. I was talking about this last week. Like everybody's a joke. I was watching wrestling, right? And I'm trying to like follow along and see what's going on. I keep recognizing. I'm like, wasn't he a champion? Why is he a tag team now? Wasn't that
Who?
guy like he won a battle royal? Now he's like getting whooped in 3 minutes, 3 seconds.
What are you talking about?
You had fucking Bobby Lashley.
Oh,
Yeah.
He could barely win a match. He's a former world champion. Sheamus, all of a sudden he's like tag teaming and like hanging out with groups. Rey Mysterio's getting his ass whipped every other week. Every former world champion except for Roman Reigns seems to be like somehow it's like everybody's a fucking mid-carder and then Roman Reigns.
Well, that's a funny thing because like before WrestleMania, Bobby
Did we-
Lashley looked strong. You know, it's like ever since Vince came back, we're just diverting back to the
They really-
bullshit.
I think WWE doesn't really. I mean, they have. I think the mid Carter thing is like kind of gone.
No, I think
Yeah.
everybody's a mid-carder
Well,
because
no,
everybody keeps
Yeah.
floating up and down.
The main event stuff is gone. Yeah, it's.
I mean,
yeah.
Gunter though, I don't think the mid card thing is still I don't think the mid card is gone because like Gunter is like doing really well with it. Well, even though it's stupid, they're making
Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali the
You know why? Come on, like,
what, to fill time?
No, because they're going to like
yeah,
Saudi Arabia or something.
Oh, that's fucking why. Oh shit, yeah,
you know
right.
they.
God damn it. Well, I think it's going to be literally 2 minutes tops, that match.
It's gonna chop him to hell, man. It's gonna chop him in half.
Yeah, you got Jinder Mahal, former world champion. I know they just threw the belt on him because of the India thing, but still, former world
It didn't
champion.
work.
It's way down the card. I like those guys in this sheer, whatever they look.
In the Sheer and Veer.
Yeah,
they're monsters.
but they're not gonna do it right. I already have a feeling they're gonna like go halfway with it, and then all of a sudden they're gonna get beat by some like nobodies.
I mean, I'm sure Sammy and Kevin are not going to drop.
Do you think Roman Solo is going to take the titles off Owens and Sammy?
Part of me's like no, but then part of me's like I wouldn't put it past them.
Because if they do lose, Roman cannot be the one that takes a pin or whatever. It can't.
The Usos are gonna turn on him.
You think so?
Yeah.
But it's also apparently there might be friction starting building between Solo and Roman, too. If you saw SmackDown when they bumped into Solo.
A tad bit, but like I think the real heat is with the Usos because like you remember it's on SmackDown that he was just talking down to them. It's like
which is the one that didn't want to apologize? Was it Jimmy or Jay?
It was Jimmy.
Yeah,
Jimmy. Jimmy's gonna fight Roman for the title at fucking WrestleMania.
Yeah. God no, please no. They're good and stuff, but they're not world champion material
wrestlers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do it. I would pull the fucking trigger, and then I would have the have Jay show up. Right, he gets in the ring. Roman pins him. It's like you pinned the wrong twin.
It's happened before.
They can't. Well, first of all, that would be stupid because the Usos have different haircuts, so there's no way you should be confusing.
Yeah, that's true.
DL, this is wrestling. Do you not remember the Killer Bees who had different body builds and heights would put on masks, and suddenly no one could tell them apart?
That doesn't make it any less stupid.
Oh, but DL, do you remember the match where Charlotte was facing Nikki? It wasn't the title match, but Charlotte was facing Nikki, and by accident she rolled up.
Yeah, they swapped without them seeing. Like, what? God,
but you could tell it, and you could definitely tell the difference between Nikki and Brie.
Yeah. So stupid.
One definitely has a bigger ass at.
Oh yeah. I could. One sister's thicker than the other.
Yeah.
Well, one's faker than the other. Plastic. What?
Oh yeah, definitely faker. Oh yeah.
And one has a tattoo right above their crotch. So it's like, yeah, you could tell now.
Breebo, my gosh.
I wouldn't know.
So for save her life. Oh. Do you remember when they came back in 2018 and Brie was like botching everything?
Oh my botch mode! Jesus Christ, she was terrible.
Oh. I think she hurt like everybody. Do you remember Ruby? Ruby gave her a receipt for like hurting Liv.
Yep.
They're all terrible. Female wrestlers suck.
She was before Nia Jax was the botch queen. No, that's not true. There's some great wrestlers, but there's also some not so great wrestlers. Brie is one of them.
Yeah, but even the best female wrestler is only like the worst male wrestler.
That I can't get with you there. The 4 horsewomen, man, like they could be on the same level as some of the male wrestlers, man.
I just turned on Raw, man. Brock just attacked Cody.
Off the gate.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh shit.
We're keeping Aaron from his Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, we could close it out now if you want.
Yeah. So like, share, subscribe. I know Tony, you have a show today, right? And you have a show today too, DL, don't you?
Yeah, I have my Into the Spider-Verse stream that's supposed to start now, but it's okay. We could be a little late.
So go plug your stuff, and I'll be watching. Go ahead, DL, and then you, Tony.
Check out my channel on IMDL. I talk about movies and shows and everything in the nerd and geek culture. As I said, I'm about to start my Into the Spider-Verse stream in just a moment, so you guys can check it out right now. And then I'm also gonna be posting a review for Fast 10 really soon. And then the Little Mermaid's coming out this weekend, and I'm trying to bring back the Disney cast, so that'll be cool. And then it's going to be a jam-packed month. Across the Spider-Verse is going to be coming out, so obviously doing a stream for that. But if you want to hear my takes on things, check out my channel IMDL.
Oh, you just seen what Brock just did to Cody, man. He picked up one of those metal like beer bottles things, and smashed against his wrist.
Holy shit! Oh
Yeah.
Damn.
Keg swear. Yeah, Tony. How about you go ahead, plug?
The Geek Getaway. We do all kind of stuff: wrestling, movies, TV shows, video games. Amico. Going to be a big show this Wednesday. We're going to have DJ Slopes guest star on Amico Forever. So check that out. It's going to be a fun time. Right now, my porn career is on hiatus, so I'll be doing a lot more YouTubing.
All right. Thank you. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Thank you, guys.